Good afternoon, everyone. So, we will be discussing about social entrepreneurship. So, this chapter discusses social entrepreneurship and different organizations that will help you understand how an entrepreneur form a company for future expansion of the business. It's either non-profit organization, hybrids, for-profit, or new forms of organization. I am Micaela Camacho and I will be discussing what is social entrepreneurship. So, social entrepreneurship is all about recognizing the social problems and achieving a social change by employing entrepreneurial principles, processes, and operations. It is all about making a research to completely define a particular social problem and then organizing, creating, and managing a social venture to attain the desired change. The change may or may not include true elimination of a social problem. It may be a lifetime process focusing on the improvement of the existing circumstances. So, while a general and common business entrepreneurship means taking a lead to open up a new business or diversifying the existing business, social entrepreneurship mainly focuses on creating social capital without measuring the performance in profit or return in monetary terms. So, the entrepreneurs in this field are associated with non-profit sectors and organizations. But this does not eliminate the need of making profit. After all, entrepreneurs need capital to carry on with the process and bring a positive change in the society. Along with social problems, social entrepreneurship also focuses on environmental problems. Child Rights Foundation plans for treatment of waste products, and Women Empowerment Foundation are few examples of social ventures. So, social entrepreneurs can be those individuals who are associated with nonprofit and non-government organizations that raise funds through community events and activities. So, in the modern world, there are several well-known social entrepreneurs who have contributed a lot towards the society. So, the founder and manager of Grameen Bank, Muhammad Yunus, is a contemporary social entrepreneur who has been awarded a Nobel Peace Prize for his venture in year 2006. So, the venture has been continuously growing and benefiting a large section of the society.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm April Joy Guevara, and I'm going to report the imitative nonprofit organizations and innovative nonprofit organizations. Nonprofit organizations are organizations for a public or mutual benefit other than generating profit for owners or investors. They can take a variety of form from the informal neighborhood association, soup kitchens, local churches, or traditional charities serving the poor to labor unions, self-help groups or museum, hospitals, and large universities through though may be different in size and form, non-profit organizations share five common characteristics. First, they are organized. Second is they are private, meaning separate from the government. They are self-governing, non-profit distributing, and voluntarily. The NPO or non-profit organization distributing characteristic means that contrary to the common belief, non-profit can generate profit, but they cannot distribute it to owners or directors. The profit must all be used to support the operation of the organization. Um, does non-profit organization tax deductible? The answer is no. A NPO or nonprofit organization is a business that has been granted tax-exempt status by the Internal Revenue Service or IRS because it furthers a social cause and provides a public benefit. The nonprofit itself pays no tax on the received donations or on any other money earned through fundraising activities. So nonprofit organizations are organizations that exist for specific advocacy or specific purpose and not for profit. So we account for revenues covering its expenses, and we need to know that this nonprofit organization should not be a government institution. Imitative entrepreneurs are those who run their enterprises by imitating the successful innovation applied by innovative entrepreneurs. In other words, they do not have an interest in innovative activities the same as the innovative entrepreneurs. These business models are also known as Me Too business models. Imitative business models are used to describe those businesses that enters a crowded market that is full of visible or innovative competitors. These businesses enter the market with relatively low differentiation. This means that the product they offer is very similar to what their competitors is already offering. For example, think of a new entrant to the mobile phone industry, and the new entrant is offering a mobile phone um, with the Android operating system. This is a product that is already quite common in the mobile phone industry. An imitative business model may be used due to the following reason. First, an innovative business has developed unique product or service, or it is now taking a chunk of the market share due to the unique product or service. And third is, innovative company can price the product or service highly because of reduced competition that comes with early market entry. So this situation may lead the business to offer similar products in order to remain competitive or relevant within a particular industry. Innovative entrepreneur promote new approaches to doing service or doing business that are able to provide value to a business, especially an online business, while at the same time conserving the available resources and reducing wastage. Innovative business models um, can provide organization with a new perspective as they carry out business online. These approaches also offer organizations an opportunity to utilize resources in an efficient manner. Most of these business models attempt to redefine how business carry out their online operations. Other innovative business models are even known as disruptive. This is because they completely change the norm or how traditionally businesses carry out their operation. For example, Uber, with its innovative marketplace business model, offer a meeting point for taxi drivers and people in need of a ride. So their business models has completely changed the landscape for of the taxi industry. So here's the benefits of innovative business models. First, increase profitability. This business model provide a number of new ideas that can improve the profitability of an organization. Second, it is more efficient waste management. Organizations that are focused on innovation also try to address wastage in their processes. They strive to have a processes that are more streamlined and efficient. Third, cost reduction. that use innovative business models are more inclined to reduce cost of operations, possibly by adding greater flexibility within the business. And lastly, increase product range. With innovative comes a greater sense of creativity and a greater ability to build a product range. A bigger project range can help an organization drive sales and increase profits. That's all for my report. Thank you for listening.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Arlene Vianto and I will going to report hybrids and for-profits. Hybrids. Hybrid entrepreneurs are individuals who start a business while retaining a wage job. The concept of hybrid entrepreneurship is different from part-time entrepreneurship since it excludes entrepreneurs who are unemployed or unemployable because they are too young, too old, or not able to work due to physical or mental disabilities, and part-time workers and individuals who work less than 30 hours per week in their jobs. Ang hybrid entrepreneurship ay nakatuon sa mga issue na maaaring ipaliwanag ang pagpili sa pagitan ng direktang pagpasok sa self-employed at ang hybrid entrepreneurship eh, and also refer to as stage entry into self-employment. Scholars have investigated why many entrepreneurs choose hybrid entry. Siguro ay nagtalo din na ang mga hybrid na negosyante na kalaunan maging self-employed dahil may pakinabang ito kaysa sa mga negosyante who enter into self-employed directly. And also may mga pakinabang na ito dahil maaaring ipaliwanag ang paghahanap na ang mga negosyante na gumamit ng isang itinanghal na pagpasok sa self-employed na mas nabubuhay ng mas matagal bilang isang self-employed kaysa sa mga negosyante na direktang pumasok sa self-employment. Next is for-profits. For a for-profit entrepreneur, the value of the business lies in just numbers vis the profits the venture is making and the profits the investor accept to reap. The for-profit entrepreneurs always try to innovate within the mainstream or commercial market so as to maximize their profits. Their success is measured by how much change they could bring in and how many people they were able to alleviate. As these entrepreneurs have a lot of pressure from shareholders and other investors to generate profit, the value of a social business in the benefit to the community so as to make it more capable of fulfilling its own needs. This not mean that social entrepreneurs do not exchange in for-profit activities as ultimately the business has to be sustained and profits are the only way to do so. Saying that they always have this main vision and mission towards the betterment of the community and all their action, whether for-profit or non-profit, drives toward it. They also donate their profits to the cause that they support. And the success of business is measured by how much wealth it creates, whereas social entrepreneurs create wealth but use it to bring in the social change.
Good day, everyone. I am Nathaniel from this group, and I will be reporting new forms of organization. There are five forms of business organization. The first one is partnership. The second one is corporation. The third one is sole proprietorship. And the fourth one is cooperative, and the last one is limited liability company. So let's go to partnership. A partnership. We can classify a business partnership as either general or limited. General partnership allows both partners to invest in a business with 100% responsibility for any business steps. So they don't require formal agreements. In comparison, limited partnership requires owners to file paperwork with the state and compose formal agreements that describe all of the important details of the partnership. Such as who is responsible for certain reps. An example of partnership is a business setup between two or more family members, friends, or colleagues in an industry that support their skill sets. The partners of a business typically divide the profits among themselves. The second one is corporation. A corporation is a business organization that acts as a unique and separate entity from its shareholders. So, a corporation pays its own taxes before distributing profits or dividends to shareholders. A common example of corporation include a business organization that possesses a board of directors, and a large company that employs hundreds of people. So about half of all corporations have at least 500 employees. Okay, so the first one is sole proprietorship. So this is a very popular form of business structure because it is the easiest to set up. So sole proprietorship have one owner and who makes all of the business decision. And there is no distinction between the business and the owner. So some typical examples of sole proprietorship include the personal business of freelancers, artists, consultants, and other self-employed business owners who operate in a solo basis. So the fourth one is cooperative or a co-op. It is a private business organization or firm that a group of individuals owns and runs to meet a common goal. These owners work together to operate the business and they share the profits and other benefits. Most of the time, the members or part owners of the cooperative also work for the business and use its service. So many cooperative exist in the retail production, and housing industries. For example, examples of business operating as a cooperative include credit unions, utility cooperatives, housing cooperatives, and retail stores that sell food and agricultural products. The last one is limited liability company. So the most common form of business structure for a small business is a limited liability company or also known as LLC, which is defined as a separate legal entity and may have an unlimited amount of owners. So they are typically taxed as a sole proprietorship and require insurance in case of a lawsuit. So this form of business is a hybrid of other forms because it has some characteristics of a corporation as well as partnership. So its structure is more flexible than sole proprietorship. So the common example of limited liability companies include startups and other small businesses or family-owned businesses, and companies with a small number of members may operate as an LLC because it is a flexible business model that allows members to be active or passive in their roles. So that's all. Thank you.